Our natural hair kids can actually have simple to do curls. It doesn't matter if they have 4C hair, 4B hair, whatever it is. If we take our time, we can do it. My daughter is 4 years old now, and for the first 3 years of her life, I very barely did her hair at all. I was 100% intimidated, so if you're in that same boat, I totally hear you. We're gonna do this together. I finally started trying because my daughter actually asked me to do her hair like mine. She would always say that her mommy has curly hair, and I realized that she thought that she didn't. So I did her hair for the first time, and it didn't last very long, and after she went to sleep, but it gave me confidence to keep going and keep trying. Then right on time, Hyderabad Hair Salon, which taught me how to do my hair, had a mommy and me hair event. I went, and then now I feel very confident about doing her hair. I'm still not a hairstylist. I can barely braid, but I know how to give my little one curls that last a week. If you're ready to do the same, let's go. Okay, make sure you get that kiss in now that you've got your baby, your toddler actually in one place. Here are the tools that you need. These tools are non-negotiable for me. So obviously you need your shampoo, conditioner, a shampoo brush, some type of neck rest. The neck rest was a game changer for my back and allowed me to wash her hair at the sink, so it's a big one. A spray bottle to re-wet the hair, styling tools, like your fine-tooth comb to part the hair, and then of course to keep her upright, chair, pillows, whatever you need to keep your child up close so that they are comfortable. The first thing we're gonna do is get this hair nice and wet with the water. Make sure that they are liking the water temperature. If you've received some value so far, remember to like this video. I'm using the Satinique Smooth Moisture Shampoo. It's really makes the hair smooth, and obviously, we're all about the moisture and keeping water in the hair. This one does include sodium lauryl sulfate, so if you're sulfate free, then you can use the Satinique Color Repair Conditioner as well, which I sometimes use. But honestly, the Smooth Moisture is my favorite. All right, this step right here is not always part of the normal hair washing routine, just she has a few twists in, so I'm just taking those twists out. Okay, so I'm using the shampoo brush, definitely a staple. I start all the way from the scalp, from the very top to the ends, okay, and I'm like gliding it through gently. This is the smoothing process. I want to do this motion around her entire head. I'm paying attention to do this very gently. Now I'm doing a second shampoo rinse here, focusing on the scalp. As you can see, it's lathering a lot, so the hair is pretty much clean, and this is going to be my last shampoo. I'm rinsing with comfortable warm water again during the entire shampoo process. Only thing I haven't figured out yet is how to not get water everywhere. And now I'm using Smooth Moisture conditioner in the ends of her hair. I'm focusing on the ends because it's the conditioner. This is also the detangle step. The more water and the more conditioner I use is the easier this step is. The comb just glides through the hair, you know, making it easy for both me and my daughter. I'm putting her hair into 4 separate sections. Okay, I always start with the back, right? You know, you eat your veggies first, you start with what's hardest to reach, and then I work my way up. Now, if I'm not getting enough slip, then what I do is I'll add more conditioner or even more water. That's why I have the yellow spray bottle there on the side. Okay, I'm working my neck section now, going up to the top. Sometimes I do one side first, sometimes I do the back and then the top. I comb through easy. I start with the ends. Always start with the very, very end when you are doing the detangle process, and then work your way up gently to the top, to the roots of the hair. I take the shampoo brush up over the hair and then under the hair. If your little one is hollering at this section, that means you need more conditioner, more water, or you need to go to the very end of the hair and start there at the very tip and work your way up slowly. Good news, one side is done, and now we're gonna make our way to the next side. And now you'll be able to see even better on this side. Okay, so I am combing through, and you see I'm kind of taking my time. I'm moving kind of slow there. And I'm going up over, and then under, right? Making sure that it's gliding through. I'm adding more conditioner now because I see that there was not enough slip. And every time my daughter says, ow, I add more conditioner or more water. I was what they call a tender-hearted child, so I try to be nice. I still remember. Okay, one more time, slow hair so that you can see really well. Going through the hair, and I'm going under, nice and slow, using my hands to control, making sure that it is painless. I want it to just slip through, glide through, and then I go over, under, and over. And that is the detangling process in the same way that I even style. Okay, I'm showing it slow again right here. Yay, we're all detangled. So I'm just like gliding my fingers through, just making sure it's detangled, and maybe I just like the way it feels, right? Now we're moving to the next step, the cold water rinse. Okay, so now the cold water rinse, I warn my child that it's gonna be very cold water. They're not gonna like it, but cold water gets the shiny curls. I don't 100% understand the science behind it. I just know that when you shock the cuticles, for some reason, it leads to shinier curls. I explain this to her. She likes shiny, she likes glittery, she lets me do it. Okay, so confession, I never do the styling portion at the sink. We go to the living room, take a load off, I sit down, Adri sits on her little chair, and I get to be calm and then do the styling portion that way, and that works better for me. All right, so you better take all this section with a grain of salt because I am still learning how to part. I'm still learning this part. I am at stage 0.01. So I'm just trying here. I'm just doing my best, starting with the part, okay? And I like to give Adri like, you know, a couple of bangs. And really, it's not to give her bangs. It's really to protect her edges. And so I try to make sure that the front of her head is very loosely, you know, very loose. So I try to give her like twist or something in the front. So that is what I'm preparing for right now. Okay, so now we're getting started with the super fun part. Okay, I have my spray bottle that's gonna re-wet the hair because this is all about water. I'm trying to trap water in with the gel so that this style will last all week. And the only thing I wanna do in case the style needs to be refreshed is re-wet the hair and put the ponytails back in. This style has to last through swimming class every single Wednesday, okay? I just re-wet the hair and now I am combing through. I'm starting at the very end again. This is just like the conditioning process. In fact, I do the same thing in the condition and detangle process that I do in the styling process. The only difference is that I shouldn't be detangling at this point, which makes it much easier. So for this part, I add water, I comb through, I go over and under, add the gel and seal it all in, and then we're good to go. I'm adding the gel now. I started at the very bottom, right? I had a bad habit at starting at the root with the gel, but really it works best when you start at the very bottom because that's where your hair is dripping. So where the drip is, you know, at the very tip of that strand, that's where you start with the gel and then work your way up with the gel so that you trap that water. And now I can put her ponytail in. Okay, so I just put the ponytail in. I comb it through a little bit with my shampoo brush, and then I'm gonna rake my fingers through. And that part is important, right? So I'm just adding a little water here. I guess I didn't fill enough water, putting more gel in at the ends, and you see I'm raking the fingers through now. Yep, this part is important. You comb through, but you also rake your fingers through. Okay, now that you get the gist, I'll speed this part up right here. Okay, I decided to bring this part to regular time. I just sprayed up Adri's here, and I combed through a bit. Now I'm adding gel to the very ends, as you can see, and then I work my way up, and then I'll be able to make my ponytail here. And now that I've made my ponytail, I'm raking my fingers through, and that is how I finish that section. I rake my fingers through, make sure with the gel, and I make sure that it can, you know, go through easily. And then that section is finished. Most days I'll let this air dry if I did her hair in the day. If it's in the evening, I'll just quickly run through it with the blow dryer, make sure that the roots are not wet. We're finishing up here, so I do want to just talk about an awesome book that I'm reading. It's called The Art of Entrepreneurship by Jim Stovall and Dr. Kevin Schneider. And something really cool about Jim Stovall is that he's a blind writer. When he had become finally fully blind, because it took, years for him to actually lose all of his vision, he had two voices enter into his space, right? One was actually a physical person, worked at a disability organization, and they gave him a cane and they told him that he's not gonna do much with his life. The other person was in the form of a cassette tape, and it's someone who became his mentor years later, and they were telling him that he can do anything he puts his mind to, regardless of whatever disability that he has. And Jim Stovall realized at that moment that one of these voices is lying to him. He had to decide, is it the voice of the person telling him that he's going to be disabled forever and won't be able to do much? Or is it the voice that's telling him that he can do anything regardless of what's going on? Well, Jim Stovall went on to write a number of books, some of them becoming movies like The Ultimate Gift. So you know who he listened to. Every day we decide who to listen to. It's the one inside of us telling us we can do it, or the one that's telling us we can't. You get to choose. And just like that, our styling portion is finished. Here we have it. Thank you for watching. To subscribe, click the bell button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up.